Tomatoes are among the most rewarding plants a gardener can grow, but they are also among the most demanding. And here is a truth many gardeners learn too late. Tomatoes will never reach their full potential unless one critical thing is present at planting time. Without it, plants struggle, fruits stay small, yields disappoint. But when this one element is added correctly, tomato plants explode with growth, produce larger fruits, and deliver more harvests than most gardeners ever expect. Tomatoes are not shallow feeders, they are heavy feeders. From the moment they are planted, they demand nutrients, structure, and biological support from the soil. Most gardeners focus on watering, some add fertilizer later, but the real secret begins before the plant ever touches the ground. And that secret is found in the planting hole itself. The single most important thing you must never plant tomatoes without is rich, living organic matter, specifically compost. Not chemical fertilizer, not liquid feed, but real, fully decomposed compost. Compost transforms soil from lifeless dirt into a living ecosystem. One that feeds tomatoes steadily, naturally, and powerfully. When compost is mixed into the planting hole, it does three critical things at once. First, it improves soil structure, allowing tomato roots to grow deep and wide. Second, it holds moisture without suffocating roots, preventing stress during heat and dry periods. And third, it introduces beneficial microorganisms that unlock nutrients tomatoes desperately need to form flowers and fruits. Without compost, tomatoes survive. With compost, tomatoes thrive. Tomatoes require a constant supply of nutrients, especially nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, and trace minerals. Synthetic fertilizers deliver nutrients fast, but they fade quickly, often causing growth spikes followed by stress. Compost works differently. It feeds slowly, steadily, naturally. As roots grow, compost releases nutrients in sync with the plant's needs, fueling stronger stems, more flowers, and ultimately, larger, heavier fruits. Gardeners who skip compost often notice the same problem. Lots of leaves, but disappointing fruit size. This is because fruit development depends on balanced nutrition over time, something compost excels at providing. Every tomato begins as a flower, and compost directly influences how many flowers a plant can actually sustain. Healthy soil biology stimulates hormone activity within the plant, encouraging more blooms, reducing flower drop, and extending the fruiting season. The result? More flowers that successfully turn into tomatoes. Compost attracts life, earthworms, bacteria, fungi, and beneficial microbes. These organisms break down nutrients into forms tomatoes can actually absorb. They also protect roots from disease and help regulate soil moisture and temperature. In short, compost builds a living underground support system that tomatoes depend on for peak performance. To get the best results, compost must be used correctly. Dig a deep planting hole, at least twice as deep as the tomato's root ball. Mix 2 generous handfuls of compost with the native soil at the bottom of the hole. Then plant the tomato deep, burying part of the stem. Because tomatoes grow roots along buried stems, creating stronger, more productive plants. Once planted, water thoroughly. The compost will hold moisture while allowing oxygen to reach the roots. Yeah, it's a perfect balance tomatoes love. Within weeks, the difference becomes obvious. Plants grown with compost show thicker stems, deeper green leaves, faster growth, more flowers, and, honestly, significantly more fruit. And as the season continues, they keep producing, long after weaker plants slow down. Tomatoes reward those who prepare the soil first, before fertilizers, before sprays, before watering schedules. It all begins underground. Never plant tomatoes without compost. It is the difference between struggling plants and unstoppable producers, between small harvests and overflowing baskets, and once you see the results, well, you will never plant tomatoes the same way again.